Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at a very unique battery. This is the Timeusb 50 amp hour LiFePO4 battery. Let's check it out. All right, folks, welcome back. So I have a discount code for this. This is not going to be a live action review. I'm not really doing anything with this yet. I am making you aware that this is on sale, and I want to give you a little information about the battery because I'm using the 200 amp hour version of this one in one of my battery banks over there for my solar, and I have been very, very pleased with it. Totally different profile than a lead acid battery. It keeps its charge a lot longer through the night. It doesn't drop down as much. It stays charged up in cold or warm weather because I did put it in the summer, and it still operated perfectly during the warm weather too, and I was really, really impressed with that. You know, it's not often that you get a battery that seems to operate the same way in the cold or the hot. So I was really impressed with it. Another neat thing about this is it only weighs 18 pounds. So this is a lot lighter than, say, a regular lead acid 50 amp hour battery. Now these are on sale. I do have a discount code. We'll get into all that in a second, and I'll give you the information on the discount code. They're on Amazon or on their website as well, so you can check them out. Either one. I'll have both links down below that you're interested in. These will be on sale. There is a winter sale coming up in a few days, a Christmas sale, so definitely check them out. But first of all, I want to tell you about this particular one individual. So because it's got 2,500 life cycles with 80% in a 10-year lifespan, you're not going to get that out of a lead acid battery. Trust me, every 2 years, when I had lead acid batteries on my solar stuff over there, I had to replace them, and that got to be pretty expensive. I would wait until January because that's usually the month I had the most money, and I would go out and buy 4 new batteries for my battery bank, and they were all lead acid batteries. So it kind of stunk. It kind of was expensive and made for a little bit of aggravation every year having to do that. With these, I don't have to worry about that for 10 years. So that's why I like the lithium iron phosphate batteries so much more. These, especially this size, is perfect for, as we show a little camper down there, your RVs and camping type stuff, your bug out vehicles. What I'm thinking about this is thinking of some way to turn this into a vehicle backup battery with a smaller solar panel mounted on the roof of my Jeep and a charge controller to keep this topped off at all times. It's going to take a little bit of my storage space away, but having the ability to have an inverter and a battery and power ready to go would be pretty handy. But that's down the road. We're not doing that right away. I did want to explain it to you really quickly. Before we get going too far, I want to show you my setup with the larger one of this in my solar bank. So excuse the lighting, but this is my one of my backup batteries here for the house. It's on its little, let me show you up top here, its little inverter with a charge control right there. And it is all set up and ready to operate. Now, I've been using this since the summer. I've had absolutely no issues with it. It works great. I've used this to power stuff in here. I've used it to vacuum with in here. Believe it or not, it's a garage, but I keep it very clean because it's also my YouTube studio. And aside from parking my car behind me here, you know, this is where I work every day. So I just wanted to let you guys see it and know that I am using their batteries, and I have been very, very pleased with them. This one sits on 200-watt panels. Eventually, that's going to change, and I'm going to put some other panels up there. I have 180-watt. I have 280-watt panels that I want to put up there, but that's not for right now. We're going to do that a little bit later. I'm going to wait till it warms up a little bit because it's a little cold to be working out there on roofs right now. And that's what I'm using. So I've been pleased with their product. Their product in general has been flawless. So let me get back over there and I'll give you a little more information on the smaller battery. All right, we're back on the counter here. So what I like about this is you can really kind of put your battery worries to rest. If you install it in a place that's not too easy to get in and out of, you can use it that way, and you can get it in there and not have to worry about pulling it out every 2 years or every year. I do suggest you check on it. You will notice it does come with terminals. It comes with a manual and kind of an instruction quick start guide. They tell you not to disassemble it, of course, although we've seen a lot of people pull them apart. And I have been really pleased with their products. So far, there's not a single problem with this. Now, this does have a 50 amp hour battery management system in it. So it does do what it's supposed to do. It kind of keeps an eye on it. I would still, if you're going to be charging this on a solar panel, definitely use a charge control. You know, you don't want to just rely on the internal battery management system. Now, the stated charges on lithium iron phosphate batteries, okay, 100% will be 13.5, 99, 13.4, 90, 13.3, and so on. So you can see. So at 10.8 is the disconnect voltage for this particular battery with their battery management system, and that will shut it off, and you'll have to recharge it by them. You can hook these up in series or parallel, any way you want. Now, here's the cool part. These are on sale currently. So normally they're $199, which is a pretty good price for a lithium iron phosphate battery. If you go to the website right now, they are on sale for $149.99. If you've wanted to get into a larger LiFePO4 battery, but cost has always kept you away, and believe me, they can be expensive. I've seen these for like $500 and $600 each. This is a good time to do it, okay? This is an excellent time to do this, to get it set up and ready for use, and have it in your backup power systems. Now, again, I want to tell folks it's very simple to set up your home backup system. If you don't want to buy a power station, all right, I've shown you a lot of the power stations, but if you're not interested in doing that and you want something that's going to run a little bit longer, a little more long term, and a little bit less expensive, you can get something like this. Get yourself a charge controller, and they're very inexpensive. You can buy them online. I would suggest you get a lithium iron phosphate battery charge controller, just because of the range and temperatures. If your charge controller is adjustable and you can adjust it to what you want to charge it at, you're fine. Don't worry about it. If you want to just plug the thing in on a charger, make sure it's a lithium iron phosphate or a detectable one that detects the type of battery it's connected. I have one of those, and that's actually how I charge this. I haven't even hooked this up to solar or anything yet. Don't really have plans for it yet. Going to be doing some work with, like I said, possibly in the vehicle. Not really sure yet, but we'll see what happens with it. Now, the max output power for this battery is 640 watts max load. Little interesting thing. I'm not going to be tearing it apart to do a load test on it just yet, but I saw somebody pull this up to 1100 watts through an inverter. It did shut off around 12. So this thing will do a little bit more than it's rated for, but you definitely want to keep it within that range. If you're running like 1200 watts worth of stuff in your RV, you definitely maybe want to get two of these or, a larger battery. But it will definitely work for that. You will get some terminal screws. These come out here, and you screw those terminals in. And I'm going to keep these in to protect it until I figure out what I'm doing with it. Okay, and you have your little covers. Another nice thing about this is when my cats come out here, I don't have a bunch of open batteries with open lead terminals on them. I always was worried that the cat would decide to cross over here, walk on that, and zap. So it's really nice. It's a lot safer. There's no acid to spill. There's no battery water to fill it up with distilled water. None of that hassles. This is really an awesome way to go about setting up your home system. And these don't vent any kind of fumes, so they're safe to use indoors. Okay, they are perfectly safe to use indoors. They're all sealed up. They're safer than the lead acid batteries, the sealed lead acid batteries. And I've had a lot of problems with the gel cells and the sealed lead acid batteries. They seem to not last very long, especially the smaller gel cells. This could also end up being a project. You've seen my power box that I've been building. We're going to finish that up. I'm almost done with it. A few more details to add to it, and then we'll show you that. But that could be your own little personal power box. Get yourself a bigger toolbox, toss that in there, put an inverter in there, put a plug on the outside, a charge control with a plug into the batteries, and you're good, and you're into your panel, and you're good to go. So anyway, that is the LiFePO4 Timeusb 12.8 volt, 50 amp hour LiFePO4 battery. Definitely something to look into, folks. Timeusb has some really good prices on batteries. And if you wait about 3 or 4 days, I believe, they're going to have their Christmas sale. I'll do another reminder video when that comes up, just so you guys remember. But I want you guys to remember and check these ones out too, because if you don't need a big 200 amp hour or 100 amp hour battery, this could be the perfect solution for you. Anyway, folks, so thank you for watching. Links will all be down below. It'll be a link to their site and to Amazon store where you can pick it up. Either one will work, depending on what you feel like. I know some people have money on Amazon they want to spend. You can do that there. They are on sale for $149.99, so for $150, you're getting yourself your first lithium iron phosphate battery. Don't forget, folks, we're running our sales over at the My Patriot Supply link. That is preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. In addition to all the survival gear that will be on that site, and if you want to see all that, all you got to do is click one of the food offers there. We do have a 3-month kit with $250 off on it. You definitely want to check that out, folks. That's a good way to get yourself stocked up. I'm thinking within the future couple of months, we're probably going to see some more shortages on food. We eat on last year's harvest. So it seemed like while we were all warning you to get food, that everything was fine. The stores were full of food. That may not be the same this year. So it's definitely a good idea to get yourself some food stocked up. And if you're interested in that, there's also my Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. There's nothing to join with that. If you want to try out the food, you can. And below that is our freeze-dried wholesalers. If you guys want to get some good food really quickly for 15% discount, click my link. My link will save you 15%. Put what you want in your cart, click the link to shop, to exit, and go in the cart and pay, and you'll see my discount right there. Now, I've had people email me and tell me that they're really, really thankful for that 15% discount. They've saved as much as $400 and $500 on their orders. Now, that's a bigger order, of course. But if you just want to order one bag of something, you'll save 15% on it as well. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. We're going to learn more about this battery in the future. I'm really loving the 200 amp hour version of it. Stay safe and stay prepared.